There are 4 wall colors that don't just make your home look dull, they quietly block your flow of wealth, attract misfortune, and even draw in dark spirits you can't see. I've met families who were once happy and prosperous, but everything changed after they painted their home the wrong color. Suddenly, arguments broke out, illnesses appeared, and money problems followed. It may sound strange, but energy is real. Every color carries a vibrational frequency. It can either lift your life up or slowly tear it down. Hello, I am Master King Feng Shui. For more than 41 years, I have helped world leaders, entrepreneurs, and thousands of families across the globe unlock. People come to me not just for advice, they come because they know my methods truly deliver results. From Wall Street executives to everyday families, I have helped countless people transform their homes into powerful magnets for wealth, health, and lasting prosperity. Today, because even one Feng Shui tip you learn here could transform your entire life. And today, I'll reveal the 4 forbidden paint colors that silently destroy your luck and peace of mind. You'll also learn how to fix the problem quickly, even if you've already used them. Before we begin, comment your affirmation below. My home is protected, filled with light, and open to infinite abundance. This simple statement can shift the vibration inside your home. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's protect your energy before it's too late. Every color you see carries its own vibration frequency. It doesn't just affect your eyes, it directly influences your mind and your life energy. When colors are in harmony, the energy in your home flows smoothly, bringing comfort, health, and inspiration. But when the color is wrong, that flow of energy gets blocked. You start feeling tired, easily stressed, and everything in life begins to slow down for no clear reason. The ancients called this the imbalance between yin and yang, also known as reverse qi. In Feng Shui, each color belongs to one of the 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, or earth. If one element becomes too strong or too weak, it disrupts the entire energy flow of the home. That's why just a single coat of paint in the wrong color can cause your fortune to vanish, and the good energy can no longer stay. Now, let's explore the 4 forbidden paint colors that you should absolutely avoid using in your home. Because sometimes, just one wrong color is enough to turn a beautiful house into a space drained of energy, filled with arguments, and stripped of fortune without you even realizing it. Each color carries its own frequency, and if you accidentally choose the wrong one, it can become the invisible thief that steals your peace, your luck, and even your family's happiness. 1. Deep black, the darkness that drains everything. Black symbolizes power, elegance, and depth. It makes everything look mysterious, sophisticated, and even luxurious. Many people choose black paint for their home or office simply to create a modern, high-end look. But what most people don't realize is this: when black dominates too much of your space, it stops being a symbol of strength. It becomes a symbol of absorption, absorbing light, absorbing energy, and even draining life force itself. In Feng Shui, black belongs to the water element, the element of depth, emotion, and the subconscious. When used properly, water energy can bring calmness and clarity. But when it becomes too strong, that same energy turns cold, heavy, and even a little dark. When you live in a room painted deep black, natural light struggles to reflect. The space feels smaller, dimmer, and you begin to sense an invisible pressure surrounding you. Some people describe it as though the house is slowly swallowing their energy. For those born under the fire or metal elements, the effect of black is even stronger. Water controls fire. It extinguishes your passion and weakens your confidence. Water also erodes metal. It drains financial energy and makes opportunities harder to reach. So if you belong to either of these elements and paint your whole house black, you're essentially dimming your own inner light. On a psychological level, too much black makes people withdraw, communicate less, and gradually feel disconnected from the outside world. That explains why overly dark spaces often make people tired, quiet, and burdened by invisible weight. Black is also the color of endings, symbolizing the night, stillness, and absorption. If you use it excessively, your home becomes too still, like a deep lake without a single ripple. When yang energy, the energy of life, joy, and movement, starts to fade. When energy grows stronger, And that's when your home begins to lose its vitality. Remember, Feng Shui isn't about superstition, it's about energy balance. A good living space needs harmony between light and shadow, stillness and motion. When black dominates, that harmony is broken. The house may look stylish, but it lacks the breath of life. It can leave those living in it feeling lost, unmotivated, and sometimes even facing financial difficulties. If your room feels too dark right now, don't worry. Just add some warm yellow lighting. Hang a sunrise or sunlight-themed painting, or place a Himalayan salt lamp to reactivate yang energy in your home. 2. Ash gray, the energy of stillness and emotional numbness. Ash gray is often seen as the symbol of sophistication, minimalism, and modern taste. In interior design magazines, gray always appears as the safe star. It highlights decor, feels elegant, and blends easily with any style. But few people know that. In the science of energy and Feng Shui, gray represents stillness, a static form of energy with no movement, no rhythm, and no life pulse. When you step into an all-gray room, the first thing you feel is silence. At first, the quietness might seem peaceful, but after a while, it turns into a sense of coldness, emptiness, and lifelessness. Gray absorbs emotions but doesn't reflect them back. Like a mirror that can't catch the light, everything just freezes in silence. In Feng Shui, gray sits between metal and water, both elements that are calm and inward-pulling. When energy becomes too still, yang energy can't circulate. The space feels closed off, the flow of luck gets blocked, and the people living there begin to feel unmotivated, sluggish, or uninspired by life. Some people say they don't understand why they always feel tired. Even though their work, finances, or health are fine, the answer might be simpler than they think. The energy in their home has fallen asleep. Ash gray also strongly affects psychology. Color studies show that gray is an emotionally neutral color. It doesn't excite, doesn't inspire, doesn't make you happy or sad. But because of that, when overused, it numbs your emotions, dulls your creativity, and leaves you feeling hollow. That's why offices or apartments painted entirely gray often make people feel bored for no reason. Imagine this. You wake up in a room with gray walls, gray ceiling, gray floors. Step into a gray living room with gray-toned sofas, curtains, and picture frames. It might look beautiful in photos, but in real life, you'll feel the absence of human warmth. No focal points, no movement of energy. That feeling is like living in an airport waiting lounge, clean, orderly, but soulless. The remedy is simple. You don't need to repaint the whole house. Just add a touch of warmth, like bronze gold, terracotta orange, blush pink, or light beige. These shades awaken yang energy, bringing freshness and emotional connection. Replace cold white bulbs with soft yellow light, because yellow light warms the space and makes it feel more alive. You can also use wind chimes, a mini fountain, or landscape paintings with movement. They create gentle vibrations that help the energy flow again. If possible, open your windows every morning to let sunlight and fresh air flow in. That small act alone can awaken the living energy of your home. Your house doesn't need to look perfect like a magazine cover. What matters is that it feels alive, warm, and filled with the kind of energy that makes you want to come home every day. If you look around right now and realize your space feels too gray, start with one small change: a brighter wall, a green plant, or simply a lamp that glows with golden light. That is the simplest way to awaken the sleeping energy, both in your home and within yourself. 3. Bright red, the fire of excess. Red has always been considered the color of luck and strength. In Eastern culture, it symbolizes joy, happiness, and wealth. In Western culture, red is associated with love, power, and vitality. It is the color of blood, a symbol of life and of fire, representing passion and action. But in Feng Shui, when fire energy goes beyond its limit, bright red no longer brings good fortune, but becomes a flame that burns away balance and peace in the home. In the 5 elements, red belongs to the fire element. Fire represents light, warmth, enthusiasm, and the desire to rise. If fire is balanced, it warms, nourishes, and awakens vitality. But if it is too strong, it burns harmony, causing yang energy in the house to surge and lose control. At that point, Instead of bringing motivation, bright red creates tension, making people easily angry, impatient, and unable to stay calm. In Feng Shui, bright red is considered a form of fire that is too dominant, causing yang energy to rise but with nothing to hold it down. It is like a flame that burns fiercely, bright at first but fades quickly when the fuel runs out. If your house is painted in dark red or bright red tones, you will find it hard to rest, hard to sleep, and often feel as if you are in a battle with yourself. The way to balance it is very simple. You don't have to remove red completely. Just change from bright red to warmer and deeper tones. Shades like wine red, earthy red, brick red, or soft coral still carry fire energy, but in a stable, pleasant, and harmonious way. If you truly love red, let it be an accent, not something that dominates the whole space. For example, use red in the wealth corner, in a painting, or in small decorations. That still helps activate positive energy without causing imbalance. On the other hand, avoid using bright red in bedrooms, living rooms, or meditation rooms, where calm, gentle, and peaceful energy is needed. That is the true power of red in modern Feng Shui. Not explosive power, but the strength of knowing when to stop. Far, dark green, the ancient forest that no longer grows. Green symbolizes freshness, growth, and hope. It is the color of nature, of new life, of renewal and peace. When we look at green, we often feel relaxed, less stressed, and more connected to life. However, not every shade of green carries positive energy. In Feng Shui, dark green, that heavy, deep shade, is considered the color of aged wood, a symbol of stagnation, lack of movement, and trapped energy. Imagine an ancient forest. The trees still stand, but no longer thrive. Sunlight struggles to pass through. The air feels damp, and there's a heaviness all around. That is exactly the feeling dark green creates when used too much in a home. Instead of evoking life, it brings excessive stillness, a kind of calm that stops energy from moving. In the 5 elements, green belongs to the wood element, which represents growth and expansion. Wood energy rises upward, nurtures life, and balances fire. But when the wood becomes old, its flexibility fades, and instead of nourishing, it brings heaviness, slowness, and rigidity. If you paint your home or room in dark green, at first it may feel elegant and deep, but gradually, you'll notice your motivation fading, creativity slowing, and everything in life seeming to move slower without a clear reason. Just like trees in an old forest, still alive but no longer growing. The energy of dark green makes people overly cautious, afraid of change or risk, and easily fall into a repetitive routine. This is especially evident for those in creative or business fields. You may find yourself short on new ideas, hesitant to take chances, or losing your spark of inspiration. The longer you stay in such a space, the heavier your mood becomes, and the harder new opportunities can reach you. Many people have said they lost their drive or joy at home. But after changing their wall color to a lighter shade, they felt they could breathe easier, both literally and energetically. That's not magic. It's a real shift in the energy flow of your space. In terms of wealth, dark green is also unfavorable. When energy is blocked, the flow of money and luck slows down as well. Opportunities come and go unnoticed, because the energy of aged wood can no longer reach upward or renew itself. It makes people too content with the present, satisfied even when they could achieve much more. How to balance it? You don't need to eliminate green entirely. Instead, refresh the wood energy with brighter tones, such as fresh green, jade, mint, or light olive. These shades keep the calm of green, but add vitality and movement. Combine green with natural sunlight. Open your windows each morning to welcome the sun and breeze into your home. Sunlight is the strongest source of yang energy, capable of awakening what's been asleep. If your room is too dark, use soft, warm yellow lighting instead of harsh white light, because yellow helps wood absorb yang energy without becoming dry or rigid. Remember this, green itself isn't bad. It only becomes heavy when used the wrong way. When balanced, green is an incredible source of healing, growth, and connection with nature. A slight shift in tone, a touch of light, and your home will feel lighter, fresher, and full of life. Just like a spring forest, where everything is growing and reaching for the light. The 4 paint colors: deep black, ash gray, bright red, and dark green all share one thing in common. They weigh down energy, block the natural flow of qi, and make it harder for good fortune to enter. Your home is like a body. If energy inside becomes stagnant, health, spirit, and prosperity all weaken. A wrong paint color doesn't just affect aesthetics, it directly impacts the living energy field of your entire family. When you feel life slowing down, your mind heavy, or finances stagnant, look around. It might be the color of your walls quietly draining your energy. Changing your paint color isn't just a visual refresh, it's a way to renew energy, restart your luck, and rekindle the light within your home. Now that you know the 4 paint colors that can quietly block prosperity and drain your energy, the next question is, if I shouldn't use those colors, then which colors should I choose to attract good fortune? Don't worry, Feng Shui doesn't just tell you what to avoid. It also guides you toward what helps activate positive energy. Every home, just like every person, carries its own frequency, and color is the language your home uses to communicate with the universe. Choosing the right paint color not only makes your home more beautiful, but also helps you feel lighter, more relaxed, and deeply inspired every time you walk in. Below are 3 main color groups that help clear energy flow, attract luck, and bring peace and harmony into your home. 1. Cream yellow, the light of warmth and prosperity. If you had to choose one color to awaken wealth energy, cream yellow would be the top choice. In Feng Shui, cream yellow belongs to the earth element, the central force of the 5 elements, responsible for balancing all other energies. Cream yellow not only brings warmth, but also symbolizes the morning sunlight, gentle, not glaring, yet full of life. When you paint your home in this shade, it's as if your space is covered in a soft glow, making it feel wider, brighter, and full of vibrant energy. The energy of cream yellow opens the way for financial stability because it activates yang energy without overloading the energy field. Families who live in homes with this color often feel happier, more open, and more connected. That's because cream yellow carries the frequency of optimism, a vibration that naturally attracts opportunities and good fortune. If you notice, many upscale restaurants and hotels in the West often use soft yellow tones on their walls or lighting because, subconsciously, people feel warmer, safer, and more trusting in spaces with golden light. Where to use? Living room creates a welcoming atmosphere and attracts good energy. Dining room brings joy to meals and increases positive energy. Hallways or front entrance activates yang energy and allows wealth to flow in easily. Best combinations: cream yellow pairs beautifully with warm white, beige, or light green, creating a balanced, natural look that isn't overly bright. For an extra touch, place a landscape painting with a sunrise, a powerful symbol of new beginnings and auspicious energy. Do, fresh green, the energy of growth and vitality. If cream yellow represents the sun, then fresh green is the color of the first morning after the rain. It carries the energy of growth, renewal, and healing. In the 5 elements, green belongs to wood, symbolizing development, intelligence, and regeneration. But unlike dark green, fresh green holds a young, dynamic frequency that keeps energy flowing. When you live in a space painted this color, you'll feel lighter, more refreshed, and more creative. Fresh green helps reduce stress and uplift your mood. Western psychologists call it the color of recovery. If you work long hours, feel stressed, or need to balance work and emotions, this is the ideal choice. In Feng Shui, fresh green also activates learning and mental energy, making it perfect for children's rooms, study areas, or creative workspaces. An interesting fact, innovative tech companies in the US, like Google, Airbnb, and Spotify, often use soft greens, mint, or pastel shades in their offices. It's no coincidence. It's how they keep their energy fresh and spark new ideas every day. Where to use? Workroom or study area. Enhances focus and creativity. Bedroom helps relaxation, better sleep, and emotional balance. Balcony or meditation room connects the mind with the natural flow of life. Best combinations: fresh green pairs beautifully with cream, light brown, or ivory white. Add a few small plants, natural sunlight, or nature-themed artwork, and you'll have a space full of vibrant, life-giving energy. Ivory white is the warm version of pure white. It keeps the purity of light but feels softer and more welcoming. If bright white gives off a cold and distant feeling, ivory white brings peace, calm, and comfort. In Feng Shui, ivory white symbolizes new beginnings, renewal, and the cleansing of negative energy. That's why people who move into a new home, start a new job, or enter a new phase of life often choose this color to reset their energy. An ivory white space always feels clean, open, and easy to decorate. This color suits almost every energy type because it belongs to the metal element, with a touch of earth, very balanced and neutral. More importantly, ivory white helps energy flow smoothly, like a blank page, ready to receive good things. Ivory white is also the color of calmness and focus. When you step into a room painted in ivory white, your mind naturally settles down. That's why many spas, meditation rooms, and resorts use this shade as their main tone. An interesting point, ivory lighting reflects beautifully on skin and faces, making people look healthier and more radiant. A reason why many Americans choose this color for their living rooms and master bedrooms. Where to use? Throughout the entire house. Keeps the space clean and bright. Living room or bedroom. Enhances peace and relaxation. Bathroom or meditation room. Helps purify and balance energy. Best combinations. Ivory white is highly versatile. It pairs well with cream yellow, pastel green, blush pink, or light beige. Add a touch of soft, warm lighting to create a cozy and welcoming atmosphere. When you choose the right paint color, you're not just changing the look of your home, you're resetting the entire frequency of your life. Your home begins to breathe in a positive rhythm. Light spreads evenly, and everyone inside feels lighter and happier. Some people say that after repainting their homes, they sleep better, work more smoothly, and even feel more harmony in family relationships. That's not magic. It's the real result of a genuine energy shift. Feng Shui isn't something mystical or far away. It's the art of understanding and arranging energy around you, so that everything supports you instead of holding you back. And color is the most powerful tool to do that in the simplest way. When your home is filled with light and harmonious colors, you'll find life feels lighter, opportunities appear more often, and your mind feels at peace every time you return home. A wall may just be a wall, but when painted in the right color, it becomes a source of protection, nourishment, and support every single day. See your home as a trusted companion. Every color you choose is a message to your future. Do you wish to welcome light or darkness? Do you want to live in peace or in chaos? Changing your wall color might only take a few days, but the positive energy it brings can transform the entire journey of your life. Your home is not just a place to live. It is the space that holds the energy, emotions, and destiny of your entire family. Every color on your walls carries its own frequency, and each of those frequencies whispers to the universe about what you are attracting into your life. When you choose the right color, the energy in your home begins to flow. Ki moves more freely, your mind relaxes, and good fortune naturally finds its way to you. Sometimes, to change your destiny, you don't need to make a grand move. You just need to change your wall color and let new light enter. Feng Shui is not magic. It is the art of understanding how energy moves and using it to bring balance, peace, and prosperity. When your home is filled with light, your heart also becomes brighter. And that is when luck begins to unfold. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss practical Feng Shui insights every week. Share your thoughts in the comments. Every positive message is a wave of good energy spreading out into the world. See you again on the next energy journey.